The law of one. Every soul is connected at the level of the collective unconscious within the higher self. Within our higher selves, we're all a part of that energy gestalt called God. The energy gestalt called God. So therefore, if you live in harmoniously, it increases the vibration. It increases the positive vibration of the intensity. It increases the intensity of the positive vibration. But if you live disharmoniously, it decreases the positive vibration. So it is a thing of good and evil. You know how people say there's no such thing as good and evil? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Law of polarity. Everything has its polar opposite. Cold, hot, black, white, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Everything has its polar opposite. True indeed. Good and evil is real. Positive, good and evil ain't nothing but positive versus the negative. And basically, the law of one is basically the more positive you do, the more positively it affects the gestalt energy. It affects all of us on an unconscious level. If you're on the other end right now thinking negative, thinking like, man, I'm going to kill 5 angels, that affects everybody unconsciously, whether you know it or not. And it affects the energy gestalt, aka the source energy, all of us. Because we all came from that source energy, we are all technically, spiritually, that source energy. We are all God, yes. Just in separate, tiny forms. Just like if you got a big ass cheese, whatever, that all little small cheeses came from, guess what? That's a small piece, a fragment of that what? Cheese. But it's still cheese. We are still God at the end of the day. Yes, yes, we're all connected like that by law of one. You think about somebody and you see them online, or you just happen to see them around your neighborhood and you ain't seen them in years. You was thinking about them, or you ever thought about a person and then you seen a movie and then heard this person's name. By law of one, we're all connected. And if you thinking about a person a lot, all of a sudden they come up out the blue. That person probably thinking about you, because we're all connected by law of one. That's one hell of a law, right? So all this negative energy that the elites and the government pumping out now, that's disharmonious. That's an imbalance. That's an imbalance upon all of us at an unconscious level. It affects all of us. But, and then it's like it causes it to spin out of whack, out of balance. But every harmonious act you do, every positive thing that you do, positive word, thought, action, or deed that you do, it increases the intensity of the positivity of the source energy, all of us unconsciously. You feel me? So don't ever think that you're insignificant and you're just small and what you do don't matter, it don't make a difference. And yes, it does. Every time you meditate, every time you do something, put an incense out for good. Every time you do good to another person, every time you show a person mercy, show grace and love, they lose power. The powers that be. That's currently controlling this matrix, they lose their power. They lose it. They lose it. No more of that negativity. The more positive energy you put out, the more the powers that be lose. The more they lose power, y'all. So don't ever think you're insignificant and too small to make a difference. Every action you do, it benefits us. If it's a positive action, it benefits us. Every negative thing you do, man, it's disharmonious. It don't benefit us as a whole. You see, that's what we got to understand as people and energy walking around. You know what I mean? Like, we have to understand that. The more positive you put out, the better it is. The more negative things you do, whether it's to yourself or other people, the more disharmonious it'll be on all of us on an unconscious level. You see how the collective conscious is now, right? So if you're sitting at home and all of a sudden you just get depressed out the blue, what is that? What is that? That's the effects of pumping out disharmonious actions. Watching the news. All this, people dying coronavirus, this and that, all that fear mongering and pumping fear into the people. It affects all of us. That's why sometimes you just get depressed. It's not your own feelings, it's the feelings of the collective consciousness. Why? Because we're all connected. Feel me? The law of one. The law of one.